Laura murmured. "I'll follow her and find out. She may have a suitcase tucked away there, and she's going to switch clothes." She began to hum under her breath, the signal to her husband of content. The ghost was temporarily laid, and all because of the familiar holiday game abandoned too long ago, and now, through mere chance, blissfully recaptured. "Is she on her way?" asked Laura. "About to pass our table now," he told her. Seen on her own, the woman was not so remarkable. Tall, angular, aquiline features, with a close-cropped hair which was fashionably called an Eton crop, he seemed to remember, in his mother's day, and about her person the stamp of that particular generation. She would be in her middle 60s, he supposed. The masculine shirt with collar and tie, sports jacket, grey tweed skirt coming to mid-calf, grey stockings, and laced black shoes. He had seen the type on golf courses and at dog shows, invariably showing not sporting breeds but pugs, and if you came across them at a party in somebody's house, they were quicker on the draw with a cigarette lighter than he was himself, a mere male, with pocket matches. The general belief that they kept house with a more feminine, fluffy companion was not always true. Frequently they boasted, and adored, a golfing husband. No, the striking point about this particular individual was that there were two of them, identical twins cast in the same mold. The only difference was that the other one had whiter hair. "Suppose," murmured Laura, "when I find myself in the toilette beside her, she starts to strip." "Depends on what is revealed," John answered. "If she's hermaphrodite, make a bolt for it. She might have a hypodermic syringe concealed and want to knock you out before you reach the door." Laura sucked in her cheeks once more and began to shake. Then, squaring her shoulders, she rose to her feet. "I simply must not laugh," she said. "And whatever you do, don't look at me when I come back, especially if we come out together." She picked up her bag and strolled self-consciously away from the table in pursuit of her prey. John poured the dregs of the Chianti into his glass and lit a cigarette. The sun blazed down upon the little garden of the restaurant. The Americans had left, and the monocled man, and the family party at the far end. All was peace. The identical twin was sitting back in her chair with her eyes closed. Thank heaven, he thought, for this moment at any rate, when relaxation was possible, and Laura had been launched upon her foolish, harmless game. The holiday could yet turn into the cure she needed, blotting out, if only temporarily, the numb despair that had seized her since the child died. "She'll get over it," the doctor said. "They all get over it in time, and you have the boy." "I know," John had said, "but the girl meant everything. She always did, right from the start. I don't know why. I suppose it was the difference in age. A boy of school age, and a tough one at that, is someone in his own right, not a baby of 5. Laura literally adored her. Johnny and I were nowhere. "Well, give her time," repeated the doctor. "Give her time. And anyway, you're both young still. There'll be others. Another daughter." So easy to talk. How replace the life of a loved, lost child with a dream? He knew Laura too well. Another child, another girl, would have her own qualities, a separate identity. She might even induce hostility because of this very fact. A usurper in the cradle, in the cot that had been Christine's. A chubby, flaxen replica of Johnny, not the little waxen, dark-haired sprite that had gone. He looked up over his glass of wine, and the woman was staring at him again. It was not the casual, idle glance of someone at a nearby table waiting for her companion to return, but something deeper, more intent, the prominent light blue eyes oddly penetrating, giving him a sudden feeling of discomfort. Oh, damn the woman. All right, bloody stare if you must. 2 can play at that game. He blew a cloud of cigarette smoke into the air and smiled at her, he hoped offensively.